As the darkness stretched below, the fallen were thrown into ruin. Banished from heaven, they descended into a realm not of light, but of fire. At the heart of the desolation fell God's favorite angel, Lucifer. As hell took shape around Lucifer, his thoughts turned up to the sky. He longed for the kingdom that had cast him down, for the light that had once embraced him. Above the stairway and beyond the gate runs the river of life. Winding through the celestial expanse, past the golden structures woven into the clouds, radiant and bathed in eternal light. This is heaven, God's first kingdom, the seat of his rule and home of the angels, where perfect harmony and light never fades. At its center stands the throne of God, a radiance beyond measure that no eye can truly behold, yet its presence fills all things. From it flows the power that set the cosmos in motion, the light that gives life to the heavens. Heaven was whole. The angels stood before the throne of God. They were created for worship, for service, and for glory beyond comprehension. There were many of God's dedicated servants, each with their own splendor and purpose in the divine order. The archangel Michael, the warrior with strength unmatched, his golden armor and sword shining with the might of heaven's armies. Gabriel, the messenger, radiates wisdom and understanding. Raphael, the healer, shone with a gentle brilliance, mending wounds and restoring the weary. Uriel, the light of knowledge. And there were countless others, each radiating their own divine brilliance. And among them stood Lucifer, the morning star. He had been made to shine above them all. His wings stretched wider, his brilliance outshone the multitudes. His place was one of honor, set apart, closest to the throne itself. And yet, as the radiance of the throne washed over him, something stirred. For the first time, he did not only see the light, he saw himself within it. Perfect, magnificent, without equal. As he gathered with the other angels who bowed, Lucifer bowed as well, but he hesitated. A thought had taken root, a question unspoken. Had he been created to serve, or had he been meant for something more? Beyond the throne room and heaven's great halls lay the place where existence was shaped by the hand of God. Here, the foundation of the cosmos had been set, the stars ignited, the depths of the earth formed. It was a space beyond time, where the unseen became tangible, where the breath of the Almighty stirred life into being. Upon the sacred platform, a tree arose. Its branches stretched skyward, its fruit glowing with the breath of the divine. Its design was recorded, its purpose fulfilled. And as the light withdrew, the tree faded, sealed within the eternal order. The work was complete. Beyond the edge, Lucifer watched. He had seen creation before, but never had he witnessed such ease, such effortless power. A thought took form. Could he not do the same and shape the very fabric of existence? For the first time, he desired. As Lucifer stood alone before the light of creation, he stretched his will forward. Using all his breath and attention, a single spark flickered into existence. He tried over and over as the flame twisted and dimmed as if resisting him. And in an instant, it vanished. The flame rejected his commands, and at this moment the light of creation spurned to life as Lucifer turned. Michael had seen. The warrior of heaven stood at a distance, his gaze fixed upon his brother. His wings, vast and unwavering, carried the authority of heaven itself. For the first time, an unfamiliar weight settled over Lucifer. Not anger, something colder. Shame. And yet, as quickly as it came, he silenced it. In the days that followed, harmony in heaven wavered. Lucifer moved among the angels, his voice calm, his presence inviting. He did not challenge, he only questioned. Some listened, and some nodded. Some agreed, for they too had wondered about their purpose and the extent of their glory. Michael watched. He stood apart, silent amid the murmurs. His wings remained still, his eyes steady. He had not yet spoken, had not yet stood against his brother. But he had heard, and heaven itself felt the shift. The great hall of records stretched beyond sight. The glowing shelves held the records of all of God's creations. A new design descended, a tree with special fruit, its outline now glowing as the blueprint joined the eternal archive. Lucifer watched. He studied the process, tracing the flow and recording of creation. At this moment, Michael made his presence known. He had seen enough. Sword in hand, his stance firm, he confronted his brother. Lucifer had walked a path not meant to be tread. He had questioned what was never questioned. And now the weight of his choices pressed upon heaven itself. Michael stood unwavering. Lucifer did not yield. The divide had begun. The war did not begin with battle. It began with a choice. The celestial kingdom trembled as two armies formed, one beneath the banner of heaven, the other beneath the banner of defiance. Lucifer stood before his host, his wings spread wide. Michael stood opposite him, his sword gleaming with the light of the Almighty. And the first strike fell. Light clashed against shadow and the skies split apart. The bridge of eternity, once a pathway to the throne, became a battlefield. Swords of divine energy met blades of defiance. The air trembled with the force of every strike. The harmony of heaven shattered into chaos. Each blow sent ripples of power through the heavens. Every strike was a battle of will, of purpose, of destiny. Michael fought with truth, his power unwavering, his purpose unshaken. And in the end, heaven's strength was not his alone. A final stroke of light pierced the darkness. Lucifer fell.